Well, hello, it's Ben with the DIY Homefront, and behind me is a brand new 7x14-foot enclosed cargo trailer. And I've been doing some upgrades to it, and there's two upgrades I was going to do to the tongue of the trailer. And I thought you guys might be interested because both of these are going to make life a little bit easier. So let me show you what I've got going on. Well, there it is. There is the tongue of the trailer, and I've got the standard crank, and they gave me a 7-pin connector, but it's just hanging there. So let's fix those two things to make life a little easier. And the first thing I'm going to work on is this. Now it's a decent crank, but wouldn't that be easy if that was an electric crank? But those electric cranks are, well, they're fairly expensive and I'm fairly cheap. So I've got a cheap solution. I've got this. This is designed to work with the drill. So let's install it and see if it works like they say it does. Well, I've been having too much fun with this new trailer, and I'm going to have at least 3 other videos to cover all the other stuff I'm doing. Well, there's nothing necessarily wrong with the handle on this trailer jack. It just takes a lot of effort to jack the trailer up and down, and I'm looking for an easier solution. Alright, I'll save all the pieces and put it in the back of the cargo trailer. Just in case I ever have a problem, I can always go back and reinstall this and crank it up manually. Now this is meant to fit several different styles, but the most important part is that this goes through here, which it does. So we take this on, and I poke it through, and there we go. Well, what was supposed to happen, or the way the product was advertised, is after I hook this onto the trailer jack, I just connect the drill to it and I can raise and lower the jack with the drill instead of the hand crank. So here you can see the diameter, and this is way too big. And when you put it on there and use it, it bounces all around and makes it extremely difficult for it to work. So this really isn't going to work for me. Now this is a decent Porter cable drill, but one thing I liked about it is it had a gear reduction. So it's got a fast speed and a slower speed. So it automatically has a gear reduction. And after I thought about using this, I was like, why don't I just put the drill on top of this like a drill bit? So you put it on there and you tighten it up just like you normally would. And guess what? It works. Well, check this out. It works fine without the piece. I'll just get rid of this and use the drill by itself. Now the jack does extend all the way when you get to a point and the drill stops working because the jack can't go out any farther. There you go, that's all the way up. And then when you want to take it off, you just undo it like you normally would, like you were taking off a drill bit. So this will work. I'm really pleased with that. That's a whole lot easier than doing the hand crank, and to be honest, a whole lot cheaper than buying a battery operated one. The next product I got is from Husky, and I will leave information in the video description. But basically it's a little kit that ends up taking your plug and you can store it so it doesn't get wet. It keeps it out of the way and keeps water from getting into it. It's designed with these little tabs that go in from one side and then click in on the other, and there's a screw you tighten up which locks onto it. So I'm just literally shoving this through like that. And then I tighten the screw up. You can see the screw is right there. And it should end up grabbing the plastic and pulling it forward. Watch the little plastic piece. As I turn this, it pulls it tight. And there's a second one. And like I said, it's got this little raised edge that goes out. It just comes across and goes in here. There we go. See if I can't slide this up towards the top. Well, that's a lot better. Just turn it and it comes right on out. I think they gave me so much of this. Okay. Well, I may have failed with that first product, but this is working out just fine. I really like the way it's going to be tucked up in there, and it's going to make sure no water gets in the end of the plug where I pushed it onto the truck. Well, the last thing I need to take a look at is the emergency brakes for the trailer. The manufacturer didn't actually get it done right. Whoever installed this ended up reaming the screw off. They must have over tightened it, and the screw that's supposed to hold this in place, well, it doesn't hold it in place, does it? I'm hoping I can take a punch and that I can punch this out and put another screw in it. Where it was. Okay, now let's see if I can find a screw that'll go in there that'll fit. These are stainless steel screws that I'm using to install E-Track on the inside of the cargo trailer. Here we go. Well, now if the trailer should get unhooked for some crazy reason while I'm driving, the emergency brakes will work. Well, that wasn't too bad. The first thing I purchased was a fail, but I still ended up doing what I wanted to, using a drill to take this up and down. I'll be curious when the trailer's full of weight and there's a lot of load on this, if the drill can still do it without any problem. But I definitely like the way that keeps that out of the rain. Well, there you go. Trick out your cargo trailer. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my playlist, and I'll see you in that next video.